bond market witnessed improved demand this week, with interest seen on the short and long-dated papers. However, the most sought-after papers dipped by an average of 15 basis points. Chuka Nwachukwu, head of ALM and balance sheet management at UBA, joins me now for more market updates. Thank you, Chuka, for taking the time out to join us today.
Thank you.
Oh, quite a number of activities at the market so far this week. Bring us up to speed with market highlights.
Okay, the week started with a bond auction where we saw 4 maturities on offer: 2027, 2029, 33, 38, and then 2053. We saw the shorter end, which is 2029, came out at 13.9. Then the longer end, which is 2053, came out at 15.7. And these bonds are currently trading over 150 basis points below where it came out from. There's been quite a lot of activities this week. We've seen the cap on the lending rate removed by CBN, just the same way the cap on the FX was removed. So we've seen huge liquidity in the system. Last week there wasn't a CRR debit, and so the system had continued to be liquid. In fact, I think on Wednesday we had well over 1.2 trillion, in the system, and this has actually driven the activity in the fixed income market, especially on the bond side and the bill.
So what does that mean for yields? Because I imagine if that much liquidity is flowing around, that could depress yields further.
Absolutely. The 1-year paper, for example, is trading below 6.5%, and that's for the T-bills. We've seen the longer end of the curve on the bond side trading around the 14 levels. This will continue as long as the system is still this liquid and there are little opportunity in terms of investment. I believe that most of the investors will toe the line of fixed income market and invest in fixed income, especially on the bond side, because the yield on the bill side is really not that attractive for now.
Well, still staying with this liquidity situation, I know this obviously hasn't been the norm. We haven't been here in quite a while, but I just wonder how long this liquidity levels can be sustained. The cap is off, so obviously it might be difficult to tell, but being a market player, what do you foresee?
I will foresee that as long as the policy remains like this, the system will continue to be liquid.
Okay.
And don't forget, when the system is liquid, it helps investors. It helps especially on the fixed income market, it helps the yield as well. People will obviously want to invest in in some of this fixed income space. And again, FAC is coming in about 780 something, 86 billion has been approved, and that liquidity will come in next week. And so we expect that so long as this policy remain in place, which for me is better than the last policy we had, the system will continue to be robust. The system will continue to find its way, and then of course the activity on the fixed income market, especially on the bond side, will improve.
Well, they're talking about finding its way. The Naira continues to find its way, find some kind of balance, or I don't know if I could refer to it as a price discovery or whatever you want to call it, at the INE window. But talk to us in terms of, what have you seen so far today?
Yeah, like you rightly mentioned, it's price discovery. Everyone is trying to to sell or buy at the level which they are comfortable in. Presently, today we've seen the INE trade around the 765 levels. Yesterday, CBN did some form of intervention. They came into the market and called some couple of banks and then intervened around the 760, 765 levels. So as long as this approach is continued, and then the free form of the free flow of Naira, I think that this policy will work. Basically, what is happening now is that there has been a huge demand in the market, and so with the cap now removed, a lot of demand is coming in, and then with little supply to meet it. But I believe that with with this policy, the FPIs will definitely come in because at least they are sure when it's time to go out, they will have their funds to pull back.
Absolutely. I mean, obviously, we've all been waiting for this for quite some time. Thank you so much, Chuka, for talking to us today, and have yourself a great weekend. Thank you very much. Chuka Nwachukwu, head of ALM and Balance Sheet Management at UBA, taking us through the fixed income and FX markets highlights this week.